Alright guys, this week I had the opportunity to speak with 2K's brand director for WWE, Bryce Yang, and asked him a few questions about this year's game. The first question I asked Bryce was, MyCareer Mode has seen a lot of upgrades this year, with things like backstage interviews conducted by Renee Young. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes we can expect to see?
Yeah, so last year is the first year for my career in WWE. It's the most popular game mode in NBA every year, so we wanted to bring that experience over to WWE. Last year was a great start. But this year, the focus is on bringing a lot of the sports entertainment into wrestling, right? So it's what makes WWE what it is, right? So more characters, more storylines, more personalities. So like you mentioned, the backstage interview with Renee Young, you can do that. And depending on how you give those answers and the things that you do throughout my career, it kind of shapes the career that you're going to have. It's kind of like, I'm probably dating myself at this point. When I grew up, you had those choose your own adventure books, but it's you have a lot more of that type of element within career mode this year.
To try and get a little more information on backstage interviews, I then asked Bryce if the responses we would get would be text-based or if these would be voiced.
So for the post-match interviews or the interviews, those you get a few options that you can pick from that kind of then shape the course of your character and then how it plays out.
Staying with MyCareer Mode, I asked Bryce about Career Invasion and if this would return, as well as if it would be possible to form a tag team with friends.
Career Invasion is always, that was a fun one last year. It's I think anything that you can do to inject surprise and unexpected things into the world of WWE is always fun, right? So Career Invasion and, in Career Mode, right, you can form tag teams, you can have these alliances, rivalries, people turn on you, all sorts of twists and turns. And that's kind of what makes, another big part of WWE also. So you can see all those things in the game this year.
Next, I asked Bryce about one of this year's new creation modes with the newly announced Creator Show and asked him to give us a rundown of how this works.
Yeah, so that's a new one. That's a first timer. So basically, you can now create everything that you see on a WWE program, right? So if you wanted to, you can create your own superstar or diva. You can create the title, the championship that they're going to fight over. You can create the arena in which the match will take place. And then you can create the show, which is the kind of presentation and graphics, right? So every episode of Raw or every pay-per-view has their own chyrons and graphic packages. Yeah. And you can make those on your own now. So it's like almost being like making your own WWE production.
Staying with the Creation Suite, I asked Bryce about Creator Superstar and what new additions we can expect to see.
There's so much new stuff this year, and then better importing features as well. But just more like last year was the first time on the new consoles. So, with another year under the belt of working with the new systems, the capabilities are much better than they were last year. So there's a ton of new additions, new parts, new capabilities, new shapes, sizes, colors, whatever in Creator Superstar.
Create Arena returns this year with some major upgrades over its predecessor, so I asked Bryce about this mode and how far players can customize their arenas.
Yeah, for Create Arena, which is making its return, it's really cool because you can basically create whatever arena or ring or stage that you want to, and with the importing features too, you can really you put your face all over it if you wanted, So there's a lot of cool things to do. Create an arena. It's always crazy to see the videos online that people upload of the arenas and any other created content.
Following all of this year's gameplay changes with the new pin and submission systems and entrance breakouts, I asked Bryce if these changes would also be coming to PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, or if these are exclusive to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
A lot of the changes to gameplay are exclusive to PS1 and Xbox, or PS4 and Xbox One. But the good thing is that the roster, for instance, which is probably our most anticipated, the thing that people are most excited about is on, all the different platforms, as is like 2K Showcase as well with Steve Austin's career.
Finally, I asked Bryce about the elusive PC version and if PC players can expect to see a 2K16 release, or if we'll just have to wait and see.
That's probably a good answer, is to wait and find out. But like last year, the game, we were very happy with how 2K15 performed on PC, especially for our international consumers. And then NBA is on PC every year these days as well. So I'd say, just stay tuned.
So that concludes the interview. There wasn't too much given away, but I've already covered a lot of the changes to the creation suite in my new preview, and if you want to hear more about the gameplay in the 2K showcase, then make sure to check out my previous preview from New York, both of which I'll leave links to at the end of this video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the interview, and again, if there's anything I can answer, feel free to leave me a question in the comments, but until next time, I'll catch you later.